don't know how many pages we actually found.
It's going right now.
Hey, I actually like the way that looks.
The land of YouTube. So, episode 1.
Oh,
Here we go. Here's the plan.
so we're talking about the plan. The plan is to take donations of any form and turn them into profit.
And resources.
Oh yeah, it sounds really simple when you put it like that. But the plan would be to take unwanted goods is a good one. So we start with donations. We find a location. We take unwanted goods, whether that's from resale, like a Bookman's or a sports exchange type situation, or if that's like a thrift store where we take donations and just resell them. But I like the idea of altering everything.
Yeah, because I think like even if we had some, valuable things in life to use and share with everyone, that would be awesome.
Yes. So if we could take the things that people do not want, change them,
Trash other people's treasure.
turn them into something things do today. Turn them into something people would enjoy.
I'm
Gonna pretend I
nobody
didn't.
saw that.
Just pretend I didn't just burn the microphone. It'll be fine. It's okay.
Anyways,
All's well, we're professional.
see, nobody saw it. You can't see it, but you gave it away what that face is for. Anyways, also like in a learning environment where people can choose to learn whatever it is that is available there through the resources of people and their time. So if you know anything about computers and somebody wants to learn about them, then you can volunteer your time to help others learn. Art.
Yes. So once we have a location, we'll use said resources.
No, I don't want to do it during the day.
You know how hot it is? And it also means the air conditioner is louder, going more. If we had a place, get us a cold place,
That we could do it during the
we
day.
would do this during the day.
It would be more.
That's what we were just talking about, even, was a location. So if we had a location and we sold things, so we could have one. We could do this over there. Are you going to be on it?
Yeah, you can get in on the subjects. Maybe you could have your own opinion on it, on how you think that it can work better, or what you would like to volunteer talking about. Okay, awesome. We totally agree to that. It's right there.
Okay, so we'll try for once a week. I'm going to say we'll try for once a week. We can't have a set time because we're stagehands and nothing is ever a set time.
Freelance wise.
I'm sorry, I'm sharing this for I need somebody to do things over here,
So,
share things, reply to comments, stuff like that. Sit over here. Be my guy in the chair.
right on. So, we were talking about
I'd ask you to call in, but we haven't figured that shit out yet either.
just call. Oh, fuck, my phone's inside. Otherwise,
Don't
it would
even
be
get
like,
started.
let's start there. Anyways, so yeah, somewhat of a learning form as well. So I think it would be cool to like learn more about agriculture and stuff like that. And I think that it would be awesome if somebody was willing to spend their time that knew about it to volunteer. Like, I don't want to force anybody to learn anything that they don't want to learn, and I don't want to force people to do teaching of it if it's not something that they are not interested in or even feel like they have the time to do it. But I think
I can't tag myself in this.
that anybody who's willing to do it whenever they feel like doing it is always welcome to do it. Maybe we just even have a show where people come in and like, but maybe yeah, just like a show where people come in and talk about whatever random stuff they feel like talking about, sharing, where we can like outline it before, or like if you wanna.
Okay, so something like that, you would say, it would be like teaching a class, but we can record it, right?
Right, and people with questions or whatever can ask the questions on why they're doing it the way they're doing it, or
Meaning anyone who watches it can also question it, expand on it, improve it, analyze it,
yeah.
and then do it again.
I mean, I had a teacher who said if it wasn't broke, don't fix it. But you know what? I have found I have found in life
Did
that-
you walk out of the classroom?
I actually did. I did. But I think that there's always room for improvement, and people have their own ways of doing things, and they find it easier for them. You never really know.
So, it sounds like a good plan, except we didn't really talk about a plan. I would like to do something like that, right? We can get in food, we can get in other resources, we can get free stuff off of Craigslist, we can get artists who draw, paint, make cartoons, whatever these people do. Video editors, you guys would be cool. Any kind of web developers. But you know, we can make money to buy equipment, and we can teach people these things that are necessary to get employment now. The things that schools don't teach, but nobody teaches. Even if you do go to school for it, they're probably teaching you incorrect knowledge from what I've seen and leaving you in massive debt. So you end up working in a field that you're not even going to school for, or not making enough to pay off debt anyway. Where there's tons of free resources out there for learning if you just have an internet connection. Some form of computer or tablet, and a safe place.
Safe places are nice places.
Yeah. It's amazing how much the world, lots and lots of people in the world, just kind of need a safe place to go.
It's true.
So we can start an Airbnb type thing in whatever location we have. And not like we won't have the resources. We'll just spray stuff down in Cedar Side. We'll repaint everything. We'll slap some gaff tape on the ribs and the couch. $5 a night, it's yours.
Aww. Yeah, you need a place first. These are the plans, though. So this is awesome. Remember, plans. I mean, we've got there yet. Trying.
Is the one person watching is not you, right?
No, it's not me. I'm recording on YouTube.
Insects. He's right though. I would like some more stuff during the day.
It says Facebook, YouTube.
Who is said Facebook user, and what did they say? What about? What?
I like stuff like that.
Right? Hey, anonymous Facebook user.
How is your night? And what are you asking what about? Can you not hear us or something?
That sound would be the air conditioner. The device I'm streaming off of does not have a mic line in.
Doesn't always sound pretty.
We're talking about changing the future. We're talking about changing the present. We're talking about changing ourselves in a way that benefits the world. But actually, we're talking about a business plan.
On how to accomplish
So why
this.
doesn't it say that it's you?
Are you not liking the page? Go like the page.
So Crystal Studio is at your house. I don't know if it would be more beneficial to go there or to go to Basil's. I did my hair.
I didn't. And I don't care. I look
Jesus.
fabulous.
I always look fabulous. But yeah.
Oh. Sorry, YouTube watchers. I know that was like a bad shot. Anyways.
So I was saying that we could have a studio, a store, a place people could go to eat, sleep, and be safe.
And also learn.
And learn. It's not much of a plan, but that's why we record stuff. Is oh, you like to eat? Yes, I think a lot of people do, even if they say that they don't. And
Anyone who says they don't is a liar.
I think a lot of people are really hungry and they can't eat for whatever reason.
Someone like you would be awesome to come in and just cook for people and teach people how to cook. Teach them. You're a saute cook at that.
Well, so yeah, if we had a location that had like a kitchen, there's places that we can work for food, like literally we'll work for food. We can work for food, good food. We can serve it to people. They won't be hungry anymore. They can do something beneficial now. You want to do couponing? We'll do couponing. We'll get soap, we'll get massive toothbrushes, we'll get crazy shit like that. We'll, how about we get relief packs from whoever the hell can come out? Mormons? Why not?
I could do that and give out lessons as well on how to do certain things.
Okay, I'll cook. You set up the studio.
Yeah, go help Tim with the decimators.
But yeah, why not? Why not get free food from churches and serve it to people? I mean, St. Mary's gives out food for kids that are in day camps and summer camps and stuff like that. If you have an after-school program, though I disagree with school a lot, if you have some kind of after-school program, you can feed these kids and they'll have a safe place. It's like, Daddy beats me. Well, come here. Here's a camera. Here's a microphone. Daddy hits you. You record it.
Learn how to cook along the way.
Yeah. Whatever else. Let's do smart.
Well, that's what we're saying. It is for the hungry. Yes.
Yes. What we're talking about is taking said unprepared free food. Taking the unprepared free food, preparing it for the hungry, while they do something that's beneficial for us or someone else or whatever.
Talking about doing it in like a community sense to benefit everyone around. Everywhere. Until you can expand onto something bigger. Where it gets into more communities. I want to say kind of like the Boys and Girls Club, but not. In order to explain it to you. It's called the soup kitchen. No, because it's not just a kitchen.
Can have soup. Yeah, it wouldn't be just a kitchen. It would be a, I would like to have things like computer center, library, resources, community resources. I would like to call it like an enrichment center myself. I think it sounds just creepy enough to be awesome. Enrichment center.
Enrich your life. Put a soda on the side.
We watch these School of Rock kids.
That was freaking awesome, by the way. Whoever
awesome.
came up with that, you are fucking awesome.
We were there for that, watching these kids. They are professional as fuck, and they sound incredible. Who the hell does a set change in a minute and a half? What?
It was fucking
They just
amazing.
do that. They're switching guitar players, bass players, singers. They got like 8 kids up there. It's like a Tribe Called Quest, but they're all like kids that play guitar.
I think anybody, yeah, I think anybody who has a chance to see that, they should go. Because it was pretty freaking epic, actually, it was.
But also I see things like the Landfill Orchestra, where these kids just take junk and they make instruments out of them, and they sound beautiful.
It's literally junk, and it sounds
So they can learn and play music off of junk or donated goods or guitars or crap that we buy.
No! I like them.
It looks pretty without the light. That thing is like staring at the sun.
It's really bright.
It is really bright.
Are you working, Matthew?
So those kinds of things are inspiring. I talk about making cop houses and how I think it would be great if I was building your house and you were cooking me dinner and some other asshole was playing a drum and I'm just cobbing away to the drum, waiting for dinner. I would be alright with that. That would be pretty cool to me. When we're done, we'll do something else. Take care of what's necessary and then move on to what we want to do, the fun.
Yeah, that was something that we were trying to start somewhere else, and it didn't work out very well. But I'm thinking that we probably would do better with what we were originally thinking.
Jim Carrey, Jason Silva. What's inspirational?
You know what's inspirational books?
Books. I couldn't see that.
There's a lot of inspirational books. It depends on what subject you're trying to get inspired by. You should really look up a lot in life on that if you want to just learn how to communicate with someone, or if you just want to learn how to have a purpose in life, or
Jim Carrey can be awesome. Yeah.
yes, or I don't know that, but it depends, like I said, on what subject you're trying to feel inspired. Because there's a lot of art books that can inspire artists. There's a lot of like things. If you have a more specific thing for inspirational books, there. I'm personally actually writing one that I find inspiring. Hopefully.
I would like to have something like a library and I would say publishing company, but it's 2017. Who needs one?
Yeah, I was thinking of doing a blog.
A publishing company would still be great, but a blog would be immediate. It would be a now. I would like to have a server and a social network. I think that would be great. I think it would be helpful. It would be wonderful. People could write whatever they want. We'll just hold on to that shit forever. Print you out your book. We'll put it in the library. Why not?
You should come help with the
Let's hand it to
website,
kids.
jackass.
Me? Coffee.
And if you're talking to me, cold coffee.
The green cups have LSD in them.
No, I'm just crazy already. Oh. Just playing, I'm not crazy. Lies.
I'm just over
Oh, you
here
can't see it. It's
posting crap all
coffee.
over the place. I only wanted this to go for like an hour. So we talked somewhat about the plan and somewhat about how we would get money and where we would spend money. I don't know a whole lot about all of this cross-posting, social network bullshit. I just wanted a button. I just wanted a button that was like, donate $5 a month. That would be cool. Donate $10 a month. Donate $20 a month. We don't have much to give, except ideas. But you know, people do donate, and we do get resources, and we have the means to collect the resources. We need somewhere to store and sell them. You know, then we'll have things to offer. We'll have a location to offer. We'll have, during summer, a cold place to be and live and enjoy life and work on something productive. Help people look for jobs. Help people look for money.
Resources are always a great thing, and so is training.
Find people the means to be fed, clean, rested, and get to where they want to go, wherever that may be.
Feel like it's a safe environment. What is up with that lately? Anyways, feeling like a safe environment where people
Jesus. Wow. A safe environment where people can be happy, healthy, and productive.
yes,
Somewhere where they can eat, sleep, shower, and not have to worry about fucking life destroying them, to be blunt about it. Because life
the
attempts
stars falling from the sky.
to destroy people.
Yes, a safe environment. I know, doesn't that sound strange?
I tried to do this on a friend's timeline. I tried to do it deeply.
Probably because I'm sharing it already.
From your actual page?
Yeah,
Why?
because I can.
Well, awesome.
Anyways,
Yeah, take the wheel. So alterations, I put that on the here because I think it would be cool to take in the stupid shit that people sell. I see crap on Craigslist every fucking day. Every day if you go to the free section. I see crap everywhere I go. Outside the trash, people giving it away, outside of whatever. You see all these DIY projects. Look, I can make this out of pellets, and look, I can make that out of pellets, and look at what you do with these masons. But nobody fucking does it.
we want to be the ones to do that.
Nobody really wants to do it, I don't think. They're just like, that would be really cool if I did someday. And I'm like, okay, well, I do it, and you'll buy it, right?
Cathedral of junk. Alright.
See? You also have Crystal's studio. So if we wanted to record back there, maybe, possibly, that would be an option. If we had a regular place to record, these, would look a lot better eventually. Yeah, that was strange.
It's because he's drinking.
What?
And he's having a great time watching us.
I was trying to figure out how else to share this page.
Put it on my art and life. Can you do that?
I don't
Anyways.
know. Awesome. Thank you. So both of your brothers say we could stream there. One at one's house, one at the other. If they wanted to be on them, we could just make different shows. I had a show idea and it's Coffee and Cigarettes. It's totally ripped off of the movie Coffee and Cigarettes. I just want to get a couple of cameras and introduce people to people and give them coffee and cigarettes and just give them subjects to talk about. We could start with musicians. That would be cool.
We know a few.
We can get everyday people up in there. And we're just like, hey, why don't we talk about this, this, or that? If you have something stupid to say, go with that.
Yeah, like
We try to be productive and end up stupid all the time.
if we're talking about a subject in life, like we will be, because we will be. And anybody around us has like an opinion on it, I always want to hear those things. I like that. We can have crazy conversations where if I can understand your point of view and you can understand my point of view and not get upset about these points of view, and we can just go and have a normal conversation, that's awesome. Understanding is always great, and I like to see things from other people's perspectives because I believe that there's a lot that you can learn.
Empathy, understanding.
It helps in life to learn why people do the things that they do in certain situations.
Swing, Matthew, swing.
And like you could just go, hey, well now I know why you are doing it like this, and maybe that might be helpful for me. Or maybe I could be like, I don't fucking understand why you're doing that. And you can explain it, and then either I'll see your point and agree with you, or I'll be like, well, this is how I do it. And maybe you can learn something from me in my perspective. There are multiple views on everything in life, which is awesome.
Which is why it's great to introduce people to people.
Yes.
And why it's great to have different shows and different ideas.
No, I don't.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Wait, I don't know. Anyways.
We're 32 minutes in, we haven't got to a real point. What is that sound?
It was the microphone.
You know what I should do? Make horrible, awful, scratching sounds into our best source of audio. Sound like a plan?
It sounds like it was just done. Anyways, so if we can get all of this together and we can get a group of people together to collaborate and share their ideas and their resources, their time, whatever it is that they feel that they can share, I think all of that would be beneficial.
So we'll get that done with a location.
Yes, which we are working on. But as everyone knows, nothing comes for free, not even free. But we're still working on it because I totally think that it's doable.
This is doable. Just put it together. Like Facebook user just said.
Right? Just put it together. If you build it, they will come. Woo-hoo! Movie quotes all over the place.
You need a long way.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Love you, bye. Like the page, Jackass. Like it. Yes, everybody like the page and share. I can talk to my brother like that because he's my brother. It's all out of love. We're strange characters. You will find this out if I actually ever get them on the show.
So, this is a shitty outline. I think I may have said that. Maybe as I wrote it.
You said it at the beginning. We didn't really have too much of an idea for the outline of the plan, basically. It's not really easy to put in words. The idea is there. This is why I have problems trying to write it down.
Yeah.
And the more I talk about it, the more confusing it gets to me. But I'm like, I totally understand where I'm coming from.
Well, it's trying to incorporate a lot of things at once, and it's a project that can start from just about anywhere. You know, I hear that Planet Fitness, you get free tanning. Not free, because, you know, you pay for the gym, but I think I should darken up.
He said Crystal.
Oh,
that's
I see it.
because,
This is a really bright light. She's been inside, and
other issues. I should talk to you. I haven't. You don't know what's going on yet. Wait. Yeah, it's super bright. It washes people out. Because tin's not this white either. It almost looks transparent.
I'm whiter in person. We have to darken me up with the camera. Like our black void down here.
I can't light the cigarette because I'm retarded right now.
That lighter's dying, and that's a really big fan pointing at you.
I know, and I'm like half the cigarette's lit.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Anyways.
Walk away during the show.
like like car paint. That's a interesting observation, but that's kind of cool. I mean, at least you came up with something. Anyways, I think that this could really go somewhere to the point where if people, I know that most people want to get involved after it's already there. I think that other people will help build it and then leave, which is also fine. Anybody with any kind of knowledge on doing websites and setting up like stations that they think would be appropriate or people would enjoy would also be helpful. If you know how to contact other people in order to help get resources, would also be helpful.
Like a call center, just go bug your friends.
Everybody knows somebody in this world.
It could be as simple as having a storage unit. Going and picking up some junk off of Craigslist with the van, cleaning it up, painting it, whatever the hell we have to do, and selling it. Facebook Marketplace, same place we're streaming live, Facebook. Preferably our own site someday, and then that's poof, that's power, that's income. If you don't sell it, rent it out for a place to sleep. Why the hell not?
Whatever's clever. This is what I say. This is when you get your hustle on. But yeah, if anybody knows of any locations that you can do stuff like this in, because I know that a lot of places that I've been looking at are either like retail or commercial, and these are supposedly not appropriate buildings to use for that type of stuff. So I'm guessing you need like an old school or something. I'm not really sure.
I just keep accidentally
I have
sharing
ideas. I just don't know where to start.
Isn't that great?
I think it's great. Somebody always comes up with an idea and somebody always makes it happen.
I have ideas, make it happen. Is that not how it works?
It only works if it's a great idea.
I heard you just say that my ideas are great.
I'm not. Or somebody else has the same thing, but they don't know how to like. I don't know. How did somebody come up with a freaking computer? They drew it. They were like, I want this magic box to go like this.
I don't know if that's exactly how it went.
But, you know, and somebody was like, I can do that with this and that. And then they were like, oh, yeah, well, I can put this here and this and that. It's always more than one person involved. Somebody with the know-how and somebody with, like, the idea.
It would be great to get people in Arizona on this, but
That just means I'm running out of time.
you're on some kind of time limit here.
Yeah, they only let you do it for so much time because they believe that people will only watch so much and then they're done.
That's pretty much how it is, actually.
Uh-huh.
We need shifty camera angles and shit. Twitter cameras. professional equipment for personal endeavors. Not this one. Not yet.
Not yet. We'll get there. I also want to ask people for like ideas on what it is that you would like to hear about, because that's a cool question. I think I talk about random shit all the time, so anything anybody wants to actually hear about, if I can go look it up if I don't know about it already, that would be super awesome. I like to have people's ideas on that. What is it that you want to know? What is it that inspires you? What is it that you need improvement on?
So we only have a couple more things. I said I wanted to do this for an hour, right? 11 to 12. Spreading the idea is how we would get through things like sales and media, right? Like I would like to interview people, I would like to do stuff like that, but I would like to talk to them about making things better.
Life can be so much easier than people make it.
Yeah, we're currently living in a world that's pretty much set up for us to fail, and it's intentional. And if we could fight that, you know, help people understand themselves and each other better while living in a healthy, constructive, helpful environment. That would be great.
Treat the world the way you want to be treated.
I think it would be helpful for making things easier, making things better. I think from having a location that's basically sales and a studio, we can move on to learning, we can move on to producing. We can move on to farming. We can teach people things like how to stay healthy mentally and physically, and provide the means to do so in a simpler manner than how the world's set up now. There's a lot of communication and understanding that we're lacking. There's easier ways to go about things that most of the time we just don't see.
It's a lack of understanding and empathy. Also more of an emotional response than a logical response. And the tools to help people actually do those things in life. And in doing so, I think that you can create a more loving and stable environment. Not that we're not human beings and that we don't have emotions, because they're going to happen. But understanding why they happen is always better than looking at someone what the hell is going on right now, because I don't understand.
And we can help people take misunderstandings and turn them into opportunities instead of hostility.
Just realize people are people.
It's kind of that easy. So Hi, Michelle. I wanted to talk about the structure here. As you can see, we have none.
Not yet.
Anybody who knows, constantly fucking. Maybe it's why I wear a hat. There's no structure. Well, it's just us.
Currently.
But I'm inviting everyone to join us as long as there's no encroachment, basically, right?
That's how that works.
Like,
Not that you can't have a disagreement every once in a while. Disagreement every once in a while, but also knowing how to handle that without a violent outburst.
yeah, I really don't care if you're, like, rude. I really don't care if you're kind of hateful. I really don't care if you talk down about others. I mean, I do care. Like, please stop. It's not helping anyone. But if you're not physically hurting them and you're not stealing from them, one of you can walk away. I just ask, there's no violence and there's no theft. I don't want drugs. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about why do you feel violent? Why do you feel like stealing? Why do you feel like being on drugs? It's not like I don't want you involved. I just don't want violence, theft, or drugs. So everyone is welcome. Don't harm people. Don't steal from people. Don't bring drugs around me. Leave that shit at home. If you end up living in whatever facility or whatever we're trying to make here, stop doing them, because they're not welcome there. Aside from that, yeah, fucking join us. I don't care who the hell you are. We need money. I'll put whatever the hell I have that I can spare into it. If you do the same, then we'll be in the same boat. I have a sandwich, you have half of it.
It's kind of how that goes.
Yeah.
It's all about working together.
Eventually, we'll be living in a situation of overabundance, I would hope. If everybody's working for their own personal goals, that should help everyone achieve their own personal goals. I don't believe someone can be truly selfish and harm another human being. That's really difficult to say. Maybe we should work on other terminology, but I don't think you can be...
That word just doesn't sound right.
I don't like selfful, but I don't think you can be selfish and harm another human being.
But
yeah, I know. Now's not the time for that. Try episode 3.
It's a different word. It's got to be a different word.
So, I'm talking about structure. Structure is, I say everybody's welcome to join as long as you don't steal from people and you don't assault anyone, right? Don't encroach on anybody and come join us. We'll pool our resources and try and do productive things together.
It'll be fun.
It'll be fucking great. The structure would be, I would think, some kind of employee-owned co-op type situation. We would have everybody who joins get some kind of internal stock, right? Stock would be how you choose the way things go, where money is spent, where time is spent, where resources and funds go.
Yeah, if you think you have an appropriate, like, area that you believe something should go to, ideas like that are always welcome.
We go get a bunch of shit off of Craigslist. We go get a bunch of shit for free. Somebody donates a bunch of shit. What if it's a bunch of shitty old computers and somebody goes, you know what, how about I start this group that is building a server and making these shitty old computers at least usable? hey, little kids can play games on them. Yeah, we can't create high-end art, we can't live stream on them, but can kids play games on them? Sure. So let's put them in this little kids corner where they can all play games on them. Thank you for being part of that mission, that objective, that
Having that idea.
team.
Throwing it out there.
So the way this worked, where I used to work, and the way I would like it to work, you have an idea. I'll use us as an example. There's only two of us. What is our idea? Our idea is we're going to live stream. That is what we're putting our time and effort into at this moment.
Right now.
We, as a group, as a committee, decided this is where we wanted to put our time and effort. Mostly because we can get the word out, and it's semi-free. It's really cheap, just to live stream. These devices are everywhere. I can use a shitty old phone at a coffee shop. It can happen. But we can work on making it pretty later. If anybody wants to join us and help it make it look pretty, let's get some editors and do that shit. Put it on a website. When I get time, I'll try. For now, if I can outsource it to somebody who likes doing that shit and will learn from it, thanks, I'll put you in the credits, because you did it. Anyway, I'll just throw all kinds of recorded crap at you. Please make it pretty.
Right?
So,
Edit.
what would happen is if you had an idea, you would go to a board of directors meetings. These board of directors meetings would have this open forum where you can talk about them, right? If people at the board of directors meetings like your idea, they'll talk about them at the meeting. The board of directors will hear this. They and the people involved will decide if you should start a committee. So we vote on who goes into the committee and why, what they will add to the committee. Who is we? The people who are in the committee, right? The person who had the idea first, anyone who wanted to follow them after, right?
That's how that would work. I mean,
So-
even if you don't want to be a part of it and you had the idea and you felt like just messaging it anonymously or just messaging it at all,
Yeah, you just send it in and we'll be like, hey, somebody sent us this idea. Does anybody want to run with it? I mean, seriously, right now, if you want help, I'll make you like an editor or some shit on this page right now. You can edit this up, make it look pretty, maybe add some music, maybe take these shots and turn them into something pretty. I don't know. We'll work on that part. Damn it.
this is on my YouTube, so you know, CZ Art and Life.
This is
Well,
streaming to alter everything. I shared it on my page. I shared it on my public figure page, which is kind of like my catch-all everything. I don't put shit on there, but I do write, I draw, I paint, I do art, I do AV, I do all kinds of crap. It would be great to actually say, put it out there. This is what I do. If you need it, call me. So, yes, even if you just had the idea and you're like, no, it was just an idea, I don't want any part of this. These other 5 people are like, you have a great idea, and I want every part of this. They can fucking run with it. They can make it something productive, something useful. And what does it matter that you didn't want to be a part in it? The people who did want to, who decided that their energies and their efforts were worth it, put that in there.
no idea is a stupid idea, by the way.
Yes. What is your idea? Throw it out there. What do you need help with? People are watching. Is there something you need help with? There's shit I need help with. If we can help each other, that would be fucking great.
All of that. It would be great.
I said I wanted this to go for an hour. That means we have 3 minutes. There's people watching. If you disagree, say something.
If you, like I said, had ideas or a subject that you think that you have help with or you need help with, go ahead, Put it out there. Message. I don't care.
Right, we can start with
Somehow
something
get it
simple.
done.
I'm trying to make a donate button for the Facebook page on Alter Everything.
I don't know how to do
We
this.
we fucked with this for a while yesterday. Also, our set is it's nice considering our situation, but we could probably do with a better studio. We get more followers. That's likely to happen considering professional AV equipment. 20 feet from us.
It's very true.
It just costs money to run, where this costs charging a couple of devices. And this poor bastard's slow internet connection.
We have tons of studio equipment.
So, I ask things like that. Do you know how to make a donate button? Is there anything you need? I said I would do some photography at a concert. Hey, dude, you know how to make a donate button? You said you couldn't pay me, so if you could make a donate button and just slap it on my page, that would be cool. See you on Saturday. I'll take some pictures. They'll be crappy. I'm not actually a photographer. I just do it for fun. You want a video?
He
That costs
doesn't
money.
give himself enough credit. Yeah, I give him credit for my art and life page, for the pictures of me on there, because he took those.
So, Alter Everything is kind of. This is where I would like to get things like artists. I'm gonna keep going even though it's midnight.
Okay.
I was waiting for the actual 1 hour mark. This is still recording. It's still recording pretty good. It's almost there. Hold on.
It's getting
1
worse.
second.
The wheels are turning.
Wheels are turning. Okay. Well, because look, we ran out of the outline, so I could call this after show. We could have called that a pre-show. We can call this episode 2. It doesn't
don't
really
care.
matter. I'll edit shit, put it on YouTube later, unless you know how to do it and you want to.
Or you just want to learn the experience. Come play with us on this stuff. Well,
Are you sitting
we're
around bored? Do you
willing
know how to edit videos?
to teach people what we do know.
I can edit videos, but it might take some time because I got some other shit to do. Okay, so I would like the group, the page, to kind of be a collection of people who do these things. We're stagehands, we're artists, we're AV technicians.
Oh no.
Do not restart now. Can't you see I'm streaming? People watch, but they don't comment.
It's alright.
Um,
They're watching.
So, we can put up the things that people do on this page. Eventually, we can get a website. We can put up shit people write. We can put up the things that you paint. We could come over with a camera and take pictures of the things that you draw or paint, or take videos of you doing it. We could go over there, wherever you are, and live stream from there. And we'll slap your name on that shit. You just slap our name on that shit.
As most of you do know, I do a lot of streaming on my art and life page. Though my art and life page has been recreated because I just did that. Anyways, so I'm always going to be able to say yes to art. Anyone who knows me knows I say yes to art. I don't care what kind of art it is. it's music, if it's painting, drawing, if it's cooking. Cooking is an art. I don't care what kind of art it is that you're interested in.
Poetry, stand-up comedy.
All of these things. We have no problem going over there and helping you out with that.
I'm just saying that I think
I'm posting it here.
I think that at a time when it seems like the world is going fucking crazy, people are losing their jobs, people are losing money, people are losing everything, including their fucking minds.
What does that mean? What is
I would like to band together and use whatever small or mighty resources we have to create something bigger, better,
simpler.
stronger, faster, simpler, enlightened living through practicality. Why the fuck not?
I've learned a lot in life, and I can say it's definitely more simple than people think that it is. Only the lack of understanding of knowing how simple it actually is the problem. Communication is the biggest form. Like I've said before, words are all we have. And sometimes there's a lack of words, and sometimes there's a lack of understanding of the words that you're using, or the way that you're using them, or in the form. So, I think if people can get that a little bit more than they do, but to me it seems like the world is supposed to be divided in a way where it's all chaotic, and it doesn't need to be.
So I ask people what they need, right? How can we help? We don't have much, but we can. One of the things that I would like to work on, I'm just making it worse. I'm starting to look like a dinosaur. Jesus. One of the things I would like to work on, aside from presence and productivity, which is great. I mean, how about we streamline our minds and our understanding, right? That would be fucking great.
My hand is falling behind. I'm gonna move this over there, I think. Let's see how long this just keeps going, because if it keeps going...
See right there on those pillows? See what that shot looks like. Down one. You can't see the other shot.
Ooh.
Unless you're on YouTube right now.
And you follow me.
And you follow Crystal. We'll work on that. Or if you're out there and you want to work on that, let us know. We'll give you some access somewhere.
Oh, so much better.
And we'll work on that.
I've been holding the tablet.
Presence and productivity would help us streamline our own minds, our goals, and how to achieve them. Things like compassionate communication, nonviolent communication, things like that can help us streamline our needs and how to meet them.
Knowing what they are.
Yes. Doing things like becoming healthier. Practicing things like 6 pillars of self-esteem.
Knowing how diet affects your mind and your body.
Yeah, how whatever you're putting into your body affects you. Knowing things like aces, like your
Score.
yes, your past childhood traumas and how to overcome them, any cognitive biases you may have been holding because of things like you went to school and got lied to by a bunch of adults while you were little people. And when you grow up, something just doesn't seem right. It was not. Cognitive distortions, right? You're taught one thing, but then you find out the world is not quite like that.
Fairy tales don't exist. I can't be a princess when I grow up.
You don't want to be a princess.
No, I
Why
don't.
would you want to be a princess?
I
Why would
don't. Or I'm just.
Walt Disney's the nuts. There is so much frustration, confusion, hostility, and anger that's just due to a lack of communication.
Or a lack of knowledge. Or both.
If we could communicate better, if we knew what our needs were, then we could communicate what those needs are.
Self-improvement.
That's
Remember,
why
you
I
have
stress
to work
selfishness and self-empathy.
on yourself before we can understand anyone else. If you don't understand yourself, it doesn't really help. Self-empathy, forgiveness, remembering it's okay to trust yourself and the words that you have to say to other people, regardless of what their feelings are or judgments are. Because, like, judgments are just judgments. Doesn't mean that they know anything. Labels do not make people who they are. They just try to put you in a category because they don't have an explanation other than people are people. Stop categorizing them.
It's easy to label people and then you can put them in a box and you don't actually have to understand them. You don't have to understand why they're upset or what they need or what they're mad about, because they're just like, that's just some social justice warrior, or that's just some punk kid, or that's just whatever you label them as. It's not helpful for anyone. I'm talking about time ins instead of time outs. Talk about intellectual self-defense. About stop screaming at people about offending you, because nobody is offending you but you. And once we can get past that, we can work on something productive. You're probably just upset because they called you fat when you were little. Get over it. Okay, so I talked a little about it before, but never while we were streaming. Probably while we were recording. Where all this stuff goes, I don't know. Onto a hard drive. It just sits there. If you want to turn it into some kind of productive video, then fucking awesome. And thank you. And put yourself in the credits. Thanks. Until then, I'll work on it when I have time.
Time.
Or money. So I was talking about this feeling. We feel it a lot when we're little people, right? I tell you about this feeling of being sad, scared, and alone. And you block it out from when you were little people. It's the times when your parents were told to let you cry it out. It's the time when you just wanted a piece of candy at the grocery store, and it was a big deal to you, but it wasn't a big deal to your parents. They just tell you to shut up and get over it, right? But even younger than that, you're an infant, you're hungry, you're gassy, whatever the hell is going on with you. You're too tired to go to sleep. That happens to adults. Of course it happens to infants. Whatever the case may be, the adult in your life doesn't feel the need to even try to understand. They'll rationalize things like it's an infant and they don't get it. It's a baby and they don't get it. They have to learn to comfort themselves and whatever these things are. But in the end, you're left crying alone in the dark and nobody's coming to save you.
Some parents do it because the doctor says that.
I was told to let my children cry it out. It took me about 5 minutes to break the fuck down and start crying it out my goddamn self before I went in there and comforted them. Because that is probably one of the worst feelings I've ever had in my life. Your child, your baby, this thing that two people created, right? These two people create this little fucking thing that didn't ask to be here. Preferably it comes out of people's love for each other as human beings, right?
Preferably.
I'll get into that some other time. But, old bastard, hopefully, was created out of love. And people's,
wanting to join together in a foreverness that continues on in life.
for whatever reason, people value each other enough to create a life together. And hopefully, right, that it's born out of love, out of people's expression of value towards each other, right? You take the pieces that you love about each other and you compile them into this little being that you're there to help navigate through life. And the first thing you fucking do is leave it alone crying in the dark. So I didn't want to talk too much about that feeling, but everybody knows this feeling, right? It happens as an adult every once in a while. Probably happened when you were kids more.
You can be sitting on the couch.
You'd be driving in your car, and all of a sudden that feeling happens. That, holy shit, I am alone in the world, and the world is shit. It's sometimes it's existential loneliness, sometimes it's just loneliness, sometimes you're just a little hungry. Who the fuck knows? But you have this feeling that you probably blocked out because it happened most of the time when you were a fucking infant. So your conscious mind doesn't even realize what you're tapping into at that moment. But you're an infant, crying, alone in the fucking dark, and nobody's coming to save you. It's sad.
No.
One of my goals... No one is coming to save you. One of my goals is, whether you're an adult, whether you're an infant, no matter how old you are, I don't want anybody to feel that dark, scared, and alone feeling. It's too late for some of us. It's too late for all of us that are here now. There's hope for the future. And just a few generations of children who know that kind of love, caring, compassion, and understanding could change things dramatically. We could live in a completely different world. We can see this in our lifetime. We might be really old. A lot of us might be dead by then. But we could see it in our lifetime. Like, look, the world is changing. I don't have to see the end result to be happy about where the future is going. I know that nobody likes to be scared and alone. And even if you want to be alone, it's nice to know that when you're done with that feeling, somebody will be there. You see what I'm getting at? That nobody should feel that, or that the world could become a better place almost instantly with a little love and compassion. I mean, things like time in, things like restorative justice, things like...
Like, why are you upset?
Why are you upset?
Let me explain to you why this can or cannot happen. Instead of just screaming, stop it!
Instead of screaming, stop it. Okay, so your child is an infant, right? And you don't know what the fuck is wrong with it. You just have no idea what the fuck is wrong with it. And it just keeps screaming. And you can be the most caring and loving and compassionate human being on the fucking planet. And your kid just keeps screaming and crying and you still don't know what to do. Just be there. It's fucking better than nothing.
The more frustrated you get, the more...
Just calm down, relax, take a deep breath. Realize that this thing that you made that you love is suffering. And just calm down and be there. Don't be hateful or angry about it. Don't be frustrated. I mean, it's difficult. It's difficult. Just, I mean, calm down, look at them, and just be there for them. And if it's difficult for your child, I mean, it's difficult for some stranger you don't know. But we all have these feelings, even as adults, no matter how well we hide them, and no matter how some people seem like they probably never feel like that. These strangers, they need it too. And that doesn't mean you have to rock some homeless dude to sleep at night. Even if they ask nicely. It just means if you see somebody in a dark, sad, and scary place, be there for them.
The way that you can.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you're comfortable with.
I like to think of the golden rule. When people say treat others how you would want to be treated, I like to think of treating others how you would want to treat yourself. I mean, say you say or do something that you don't like yourself. Do you want to come at yourself with anger? What the fuck is that going to solve? Would you rather come at yourself with love and compassion? Would you rather be like, hey, Crystal, I know that this happened, but you know what? Shit happens. We can get over this, right? It's self-talk. So no matter what that is, just be there, open and understanding, no matter how difficult that might be. Trying to calm babies down sometimes it's difficult. And I'm like a fucking baby whisperer, and it's still difficult.
What you can do is try. So you don't.
Calm it down. Gripe water. Gripe water. Gripe. You have a crying baby? You try gripe water? Anybody ever try gripe water?
I have. It
Do that shit.
It works well sometimes.
Feed
Not
them,
all the time.
change them, give them gripe water, gripe them, little bastard. Read them a story, sing them,
Wrap
rock
them up. Hold them close. Sometimes skin-to-skin contact works really, really well because they just want that closeness. So you know.
Everything. Alter everything. And it can be altered in our lifetime. It doesn't even have to take generations. All it takes is understanding, right? I mean, right now, if somebody does something that we don't approve of as human beings, we're going to publicly shame them. We're going to put them in a box. We're going to put them in a jail cell. And that's not fucking helping anyone. It's not helping anyone. Especially if they are non-violent crime. Why are they locked away from the world? In a situation where
Or bad people.
a situation that I would like to create, right? This thing that I'm talking about. If we all have said community, I don't know the best way to put it. Don't hate on me for the way I'm trying to put it. I'm just trying to say everybody get along, please. But if we do have a community and somebody does do something violent, right? I'm not talking about caging them up. I'm saying, hey, if you're going to be violent, you're not welcome here. So, yeah, go away, but that doesn't mean we can't talk about it. We can't get over it. We can't get through it.
Figure out why you were violent in the first place.
Instead
How
of
to not
publicly shaming it, humiliating,
that.
or locking people in a cage, can we talk to them about what was going on?
verbalize.
With them.
Use your words. Not your fist.
That's the time in, right? It's the, hey, you made a mistake, but if we take these steps, we can at least attempt to make it better. The person that you made a mistake against might not always forgive you. They might not be okay with it. But we can at least talk about it and try and make things better. Instead of putting you in a fucking cage. And if the time comes, then yeah, why not welcome you back in? A lot of people might not agree with that, but
It might be circumstantial.
everything is super circumstantial, but I don't think anybody deserves anything, but I like giving people a chance. I'm not saying a second chance. I'm saying a chance, a first chance, an eighth chance. I don't care.
Right? Like, nobody likes being stolen from. It's not cool. I don't care. Don't take my stuff. And I'm pretty sure everybody else feels that way.
Ouch. And you do jail time for it. And it was a nonviolent crime. And who did you steal from? Who did they steal from?
It's everything that everybody believes in that situation, I think, is flawed. I don't think anybody should be in a box, any kind of box. Not a jail cell, not a mental institution. I get why people think these things. A lot of people are delusional or whatever, hurting themselves, other people around them. I think that if you actually sit and talk to somebody about what it is that created that situation for that person, it would be more helpful than saying, go in here and driving somebody even more mad.
Yes, there's really no reason to encroach on anyone else. No matter what they've done, right? You can say, I don't want this to happen to me, but you can't force things on other people. You just can't, right? So in defense, you can ask them to leave. You can physically remove them from your property. That's you. You don't want them involved with you, near you, on your property. If they trespass against you, yes, you can do that. Can they request to come back? Yes. Would that have to be okay with you? Yes. Can we work on that? Please. Please, can we work on that? I don't know. People are best friends with the people who killed their sons and husbands. People become best friends with their rapists. It's weird. It's not always Stockholm Syndrome, I promise.
Difficult for people to understand, even people like me, but it is possible.
Just trying to replace hate with love. Confusion with understanding.
fact, I don't understand a lot in my own life. But people come to me for advice in their lives, which I can seem to help them with, and I don't apply it to myself. Because I'm just...
Yes. I study communication. I communicate like an asshole.
When it comes to personal situations, I get how everybody is a little bit more emotional from their point of view, and how it can be difficult to practice, which you already know.
There's this thing that happens sometimes when you practice empathy and communication and such. You forget that the rest of the world doesn't know these things. And you feel like they're coming at you with this information, this knowledge, these tools. But they're not. And sometimes when you try to remind them, help them, give them tools, you just seem like a dick. It's difficult at times.
It's the way where you
It takes
tell
understanding.
people who are upset to calm down. It never works. Don't do it. It just pisses them off more.
Yes.
I am calm, god damn it!
When
Right?
you tell
Like,
people who are screaming at you to relax, calm down, it doesn't really help.
you're not listening to me.
Just be there until they do, right? Unless they want to leave. Or you feel the need to leave, then do it. I think basically what we're talking about is trying to filter adversity into opportunity, right?
Yeah. Because you always know when there's an issue. If you steal from somebody, there's now an issue with you and that person.
And yourself.
Yeah. And yourself. Most people don't realize that. 'Cause they don't. Like, you don't like to be stolen from. Nobody else does.
It's chipping
It's
away
like-
at your pillar of self-integrity, right?
Yeah.
That's not good. I'm gonna get more coffee. We're an hour and a half into our 1 hour first episode.
Anyways,
We've had comments, we've had questions, we've had viewers.
this is all awesome.
Who are you? Thank you. I'm gonna go get more coffee.
So we're talking about basically how to start, and I like that you pointed this out, by the way, because I don't always think of rehashing every few minutes. So thank you. We were talking about a plan that we had for starting an enrichment center, as Tim puts it, on how to bring everyone together with their talents and their knowledge in a way that benefits everyone around them, and how we would like everyone to get involved, as many people as possible. So if you had an idea on how to create art and you felt like sharing it with the world or teaching other people how to do it, putting your time in, or if you just wanted to learn and there was somebody available, that could be a resource for you. Also, accepting donations to make this happen, creating a safe environment for everyone at the same time, and where everyone can get what they are looking for in a non-violent way.
Jonathan's question was, are you minor e-celebs? And if so, what's your claim to fame? What are you talking about? It's good to rehash the talking points every few minutes when live streaming. Do you feel like you covered this? And Jonathan, do you feel like these were answered? I was getting coffee.
I don't feel like I'm e-celebrity.
If you mean very minor, very minor. My name is Tim Todd. I am an artist. I am a freelance AV technician. Attempts to be an innovator of life. I've practiced nonviolent communication. I've read a lot about communication, productivity, awareness, 6 pillars of self-esteem, a lot of other things, helping to streamline my own mind and help people filter out the noise of the world in a productive way. That was Crystal Sacedo, also an artist, also an AV technician. She paints, she writes, she draws. Also attempting to be innovator, entrepreneur. We just want to throw ideas at people. We know that the world can be an easier place than it is with understanding and compassion. We know that we can pool resources and attempt to restructure some form of community in a way that's easier for everyone to get their needs met. We don't always see it. People don't always see it. We want to build a community that is dedicated to making life easier, better, more wonderful. We want everybody to do whatever the hell they want as long as it doesn't hurt anyone. And I don't really care if you hurt yourself. That's on you. But I would like to talk about it and, hopefully, you can stop hurting yourself. That's not productive for anyone. That's not helpful. That's not making life better or wonderful. If you think it is, we can talk about that too. If you're a cutter and you like it. Maybe I should give it a try.
What?
Nothing. I was talking about if something that's self-damaging, you feel it's beneficial to your life, I would like to talk to you about it. Why do you feel that way? Some people say that LSD is life-damaging, and other people say that it's enlightening.
Yeah, experience for enlightenment. No, that's awesome.
Do you play guitar?
If you play guitar and that is something that you would like to share with other people, or if you're just wanting to relearn and you have somebody there that is willing to teach, no, nothing is too small.
If you have a guitar and you teach guitar, I have some Bookman's money. Let's go get a guitar. I don't have much, but I have Bookman's money. I would like to learn how to play the guitar. That would be helpful. And if I have something that I can give you for teaching me, then let's do that. I am talking about more productive things than that, but I'm also talking about less productive things like that than that.
I think it's productive in the way that people learn something from it. As long as somebody's learning something from whatever it is, I'm perfectly happy.
Can you assist somebody in meeting their life goals or needs? Can they help you with the mutual exchange of goods and services? Let's get together. It's something that I would like to create. It's why I think we need a server and a website and some kind of social networking site. They have things like LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever. I'd like our own. You go on there, you're like, hey, I am this person and I do this, this, and that. Your friends, your colleagues, your coworkers, whoever will be like, yeah, they do that. You can teach other people that. The people you taught can write a review. Say, hey, this person taught me that.
I think they can use self-improvement in this area. They're awesome in this area. So on and so on.
Thus, it would be helpful for everyone. That could also be a place where, when there is some kind of productive work, whether it's like farming or creating media.
Say they need a guitarist.
Yeah.
It's available.
Like, okay, we do live video production. Somebody plays a guitar. They might be just some nobody who plays a guitar. We can come over and record you playing said guitar. This can happen. Bands need guitar players. You find a band that needs a guitar player, you can send them links to your videos. They could be like, you're badass, join our band.
Or if
We get credit on the video, you get credit for being the guitar player. It's come to website. Everybody's helping everybody. I think, right? I like live music. If you could pay me for making a video, that would be great.
great. Also great.
It doesn't really matter what the mutual exchange of goods and services is, as long as the parties involved agree. Do they feel it's beneficial? Yes.
Can you introduce me?
Yes.
I thought so. I had
Ish. We used to have another show. It was PP&J. It didn't go very well. Mostly, we painted.
See, that is awesome.
We know a guy that repairs guitars. I don't know what you would ask, but, you know, I can tell what you need. Ask him what it would take to repair said guitar. Little things like that. So if we did have a studio, we could record these people, like those School of Rock kids.
Badass.
I know, they should all be forming bands together. But we could record them and say, hey, this is what they do, and if you're looking for somebody to sing, play bass, play guitar, play drums, play keyboard, or whatever, look at this badass kid over here doing this cool shit.
It might make it helpful for what you want to accomplish in life.
Yes.
Yes. So I said no
Cheers.
idea is too big and no idea is too small. Everything is welcome.
But little ideas like that, like teaching somebody to play guitar, got us off on some crazy fucking tangent, right? You play guitar, you teach somebody else to play guitar, other people want to jam with you, whatever. You have jam sessions, people create bands, people write music. We record said music, we put that shit on Spotify, put a couple of music videos up on YouTube. Holy shit, that's a band. How many wonderful, wonderful, awesome, and amazing bands have made one album and then disappear? Made 2 albums and disappeared.
I know plenty of
Made one
people.
beautiful epic album and one shit album and then disappeared. How many made one song? One great song.
I'm just saying, I know plenty of people who are definitely willing on helping other people as long as they can get something in return to help them. Like, some people have difficulty finding band members because they are difficult to work with. But maybe they like the way that you play the guitar. And if they are like, hey, I fix your guitar, you play this song. Might be a pain in the ass.
Fuck, you know, maybe some people just don't want to be in the fucking loop. And they'll teach you how to play guitar just because they ain't got no
Like it.
friends. That's one of the things that we would like to help. It's what I was talking about with the whole infancy thing. You feel alone. That really fucking sucks. And I would like to make it so nobody has that either loneliness or existential loneliness. The latter is a lot more difficult. But at least you can have somebody there for you. You can have half my sandwich. That's enough. It's not much,
Something though.
but it's something.
Like I say, anything that I know personally, I am definitely willing to take information with me for the things that I can. I don't know how to fix my car now. So I sat there. But I know,
Stretch, if you're watching,
right?
reach out to this guy.
Be like, hey, I know how to fix my car. Like this.
So in about 15 minutes, we're coming up to the 2-hour mark. I feel like we've made little progress, but that's okay. This is more progress than we made before live streaming. I will attempt to add more to this page if we make progress. And
Great.
I will update whatever progress we make. Yes. So, even little things, and people might think that this is a waste of time and energy or effort or whatever. What is wrong with having like 6 Xboxes in the corner with some TVs all strapped together? Everybody gets a headset. Play some fucking games. Relax. Play some games. Let's try and make life easier so we have time to do that. Why the hell not? I don't have my Xbox anymore.
Little things help.
Or I'd say send me your game plan.
Little things
We can play Lost Line.
are
Love
the
it.
things that build up the big things. Like, they amount.
There's this thing that I wrote down. It's an analogy I heard. And I don't remember it. I'm not going to look it up. I only have a couple minutes, and I'm going to hit that finish button. It was like a rock on a seesaw, right? And you're trying to lift it. And it's like this, right? The rock is heavy. You could attempt with all your might as a single human being to lift another rock to balance out the scale, the seesaw, whatever you want to call it. It's probably not going to happen. Shit is heavy. But if you gather enough sand, move it slowly by yourself, you can eventually tip the scales. way, in a way that benefits all of us.
Just gotta start somewhere.
So we recorded this in a couple different ways. Hopefully it comes out better in the future, because I know that it's not going to be all that great here. But, you know, there's things we can do in post-production. And with a little time, effort, understanding, and equipment, we can work on pre-production shit. You know, it helps outlines and show notes.
We've been through our outline. Sorry. Actually, what's yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Good morning. Wherever
I
you
say,
wanna call it.
I say we still have 10 minutes. I was going to do that backwards.
Or you want to keep going?
Hopefully we'll take this little thing and hopefully it doesn't sound all that bad. Put it through Audacity and put it up on automatic. That would be fantastic. That would be awesome.
And if anyone knows how to run that like really well, that would be helpful. I mean, I know
Anybody know how to edit and produce a podcast?
some things about this, obviously. But I'm pretty sure there's other people who know more about it than I do.
You have the time and energy. What does that mean? Net 5. Like from over here.
Right?
I don't know who you are, but you've been awesome.
Yes. Follow your arm.
Eventually I would like to start doing art again on here. It kind of sucks without a studio.
We can make one, obviously. We have two places that we're saying that we could do it there. We definitely would need more equipment, which is something that we can work on.
I have pen with me, paper. I have the means to record and live stream.
Slides are always fun.
I have a message no matter how scattered and sorted that message may be. If anybody can take what I'm trying to say here and put it into something short and cohesive that I can throw at the world, that would be great. We just decided to throw all of this together and run with it because if we didn't, we wouldn't. So a symbol would be cool.
Good night. Thanks for watching.
We'll spread that shit everywhere. Well, if you can get Adobe or something, we can just fuck around until it looks good. Got Audacity? We'll fuck around till it sounds good. If we can't make it look or sound any better, we'll try and find the equipment to do so, knowledge, work. Whatever it takes to spread the word, the message, to make it happen. As long as it's not encroaching on anyone. I was gonna say that I wanted to spread the shit like herpes through a high school, and he said get viral. That is a great note. Guys, like it, share it, spread it. Like it's through a high school. For those of you who did watch, comment, ask questions.
Message
It's the middle
if
of the
you're-
night.
if
That's
it feels
awesome
better.
of you. If you would like to be on, we'll figure that shit out.
It can
We
work.
can put somebody here.
Even if you're not here, it can work. There's a way to make it happen.
Coffee and cigarettes would be a great show. Let's go to Coffee Rush. Let's smoke.
Skype
You
it.
don't smoke? Whatever. Just sit there. We'll talk. You have ideas? Throw them out there. We have them too.
Why is that analogy?
I don't know, because what he said it right there, right? Anyone can enjoy an analogy.
I mean, it was hilarious. Just,
I'd like to get a symbol. I'd like to slap that shit around everywhere. Wallpaper paste, put it on buildings.
yeah, like you could be helpful with that. You have like something that you can do, and you think that we could use it. Send it.
Banksy approved advertisement, right?
Yeah, totally give you credit for it.
The air conditioner would stop before it went. So, I guess we're calling out to everyone who says that life sucks, or the world sucks, or you're lonely, or you're sad, or that your life is not going the way you would fucking like it to. Is your life not going the way you would like it to? Is shit not the way you would like it to be? You will have coffee and cigarettes, right? Are you in Arizona? Can we Skype and live stream through Facebook?
Yes, this is what I'm saying.
We can do that shit through Ustream.
Restream.
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 We just stream all over the place. Any graphic designers feel like making a nice logo? I'm going with AE, alter everything. Because that's kind of what I'd like to do.
And I think it's perfect.
It's inspirational, at least for me. Thanks, guys. Where you keep going?
I'm hiding my
You're like, the
smile.
show's over. Fade out. Fade out.
No, I was hiding my cheesy smile because I do that. It starts to hurt my face. Causes wrinkles.
Hopefully, we'll be doing this more often.
No, we will be doing this more often. There's no hope. We will be doing this more often. And hopefully it can help everyone who watches it or listens to it or just like has it on in the background of their house while they're doing whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, it's the middle of the night, but go make a snack or something. Yeah. Clean your house and listen. I don't care. I used to listen to podcasts at work. It was awesome.
I do definitely think this would help more on the afternoonish time. We might get more questions and comments.
Well, everyone's at work. Hey, guys, here's a question before we're done. What time is best? Is there a best time?
I don't think so.
I would like to live stream it, but then I'd like to put it on YouTube. Then you could just check it out whenever. I'd like to put it on Podomatic. Oh, look, it's on YouTube. Holy Jesus, you have notifications over there.
I do.
There's a group. You could join the group if you haven't. put questions, comments, concerns. There's polls. You can add polls. What time would be best? What projects would you like to see happen? Do you know of any place that we could have a venue, a shop, a storage, a something? Let us know. Throw it out there. You need help with something? We'll try it.
Subjects I'm talking about. Those are helpful. Like, what do you want to hear? What do you want to know? All of these are fun things in life. If you want to be on the show.
I'm gonna hover over this finish button.
Yeah.
This was an hour longer than I intended it to be, and much later than I wanted. But 100% better than nothing at all.
I'm happy with it.
My name is Tim Todd. You can find me on Facebook by searching for Tim Todd.
My name is Crystal Sacedo, and you can find me on Facebook, Crystal Charlie Sacedo. Like, follow, comment, all these things. Share with the world.
This was our first episode of Alter Everything. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Your questions, comments, concerns are fantastic. Thank you to everyone who was involved and to everyone who will be involved in the future. I hope you all have a great night.
Right.
I'm a weirdo.
You have to wait for
I'm
I had to
look
push.
at that.
I pushed it.